Hi, Tim Span here. I wanted to do a quick little video on the Flip Stack, and it's going to be some demos and stuff I'll show you if you're in person in August at the Pulsar Summit. I got some exclusive swag. If you look at it, magnets, pretty cool for the Flip Stack with my cute cat on there. I have a bunch of those to give away. But what is the Flip Stack or FLiPN Stack? It's Flink, Pulsar, NiFi, some combination of those working together to make apps easier. I'm going to quickly show you the Pulsar part. I've got a schema for my data. I've got a topic set up, and we're going to start sending data in there from a sensor that I have. So I'm going to start that. This sensor is Python. As you can see, it's already connected to the topic in Pulsar. I could have also used MQTT. I could have used Kafka, RabbitMQ, any of those protocols or WebSockets to get data into Pulsar, but we might as well use the native library. As you can see, I'm producing some sensor records here with some metadata about that device. So it's running right next to me, and a couple sensor readings for humidity, temperature, CO2 levels. Pretty good to go. But now if we take a look here, I'm going to go back to the namespace. I just put this in the default namespace. This is the Pulsar Manager. This is a easy tool to use. Right now you can see now we've got data coming in. Great. Let me show you people who can use this. And that's a bunch, whoever wants to subscribe to the data. There's my topic. It's persisted in Pulsar. And I create my subscription, give it a consumer name, what type of subscription I want. And then I'm going to start Apache NiFi. Again, really easy, fast tool to develop applications. Don't have to do any code here, just drag and drop. I'm going to pull in that JSON, write it out at JSON, but I could also write it out as Avro or Parquet or something else. Little SQL here, powered by Apache Calcite. Just going to look at values where the humidity I think is a little too high. And when that happens, I'm going to send an alert. What's the best way to send an alert? Push it to Pulsar, and then Pulsar can handle that. Now, this same data that's coming in, yeah, I'm reading it with NiFi, doing some processing there, but I can also set up a sync, which I did. See the data is coming through. I have a sync here. This is something that's no code. I set up some YAML to point to where I want it to go, which could be S3 bucket, a Scala database, a Mongo database. This case, it's a Delta Lake. So I'm dropping this into a Delta Lake, and then I can query that with Spark. I'm doing this with the Scala shell, but you can do it with the PySpark shell. So I connect to where my directory of Delta Lake files are, push there by the sync. I could take a look. It gives me a formatted table. This is all in my source code, and I'll make sure you have the link here. So let's run a simple query here. I'm going to look at a couple of fields, order it by the timestamp, and give me enough so you can see it. And you can see here, this is the current time. So that is very recent data getting pushed in, and that's getting dumped based on some number of files I want to put in there. Now, at the same time, remember flip part. So I've connected from Flink SQL to Pulsar via catalog. I'm going to use that catalog. All the tables that have schemas, all the topics that have schemas look like tables. This is that topic we're pushing into. So we could send a query, and I've got a very simple one here. But you could do order by, you could do max, min. You'd also do an insert or an upsert into another topic or into another connector. Pulsar, Flink has a lot of connectors, so I could send that to, say, Kudu or HBase or somewhere else, S3, whatever makes sense. So what you're seeing here is a query of each record as it comes in. So this is as that event is created, current time, it's going to show up. So new one just got sent from here. Go to Flink, it's already here. Boom, into Pulsar, right into Flink. So that's the easiness of the Flip Stack. You could see and watch how that job was created with those fields against that topic, done for me automagically. And it just streams in here. If I had a bigger cluster, this would expand out to whatever it needs to be to run that. Same if I want to take a look at what's running behind the scenes for my Spark jobs. And we can see here, data's still coming in. Very easy. If I'm in Pulsar, I can also monitor with Grafana or other charts very easily. So here we've got a NiFi app consuming from this data real time. We've got a Flink one. Yeah, that's catching up. Now we could look at a bunch of data here. And this is just the data that's coming in. I could also configure Flink to look at all the data in this topic from the first one that went in. We're just looking at the latest. So that's just what's being pushed in this session. And then if we take a look at Spark, that's showing me what got pushed into Delta Lake as those Delta Lake Parquet files. So I've got it in my Delta Lake Lakehouse. I've got it in real-time SQL and Flink, and I've got it in NiFi. Pulsar's behind it all. Makes it really easy to write these apps. This is not the hardest thing in the world to do. So take a look at FlipStack. If you're in San Francisco, drop me a line. I can get you a very well discounted ticket to come into the summit. Lots of cool talks on Pulsar and a lot of related tech. Pina, One House, Delta Lake, Hootie, everything you could think of. So come on down.